Well, everyone, we finally made it. Enough of us casted Revelio, and we have finally uncovered the photo mode in Hogwarts Legacy. Over a year after launch, and this game finally adds it. And while it's not the best photo mode I've ever seen, it's very serviceable. I've already seen and personally taken shots that simply blow me away. Not only that, but I feel like I can barely keep up. I figured I would be devoting all my time to Hogwarts, but Alan Wake 2 also decided to drop its photo mode. And I also got Rise of the Ronin and Hi-Fi Rush on a sale that both have photo modes. Simply put, I'm drowning in this stuff right now. Not to mention, I have an entire video comparing the art direction of Suicide Squad and Arkham Knight that is completely edited and finished, but I haven't been able to post because of all these new photo modes dropping. So, without any more delay, let's take a step back into the wizarding world. During my 45 hours with Hogwarts Legacy, there were so many times I would turn a corner or fly beyond a hill to be met with awe and heartbreak. Heartbreak because I couldn't do a damn thing to capture the beauty, and there are really no workarounds either. The character is perpetually in view, making it impossible to get any clean images. Sure, you could try cropping, but zooming in on any image really shows the imperfections. And there aren't any tricks you can pull like in my Elden Ring video where I can use an emote or the telescope to get a more full image. No. I just had to play this entire game and watch my wife play this entire game, all while wanting to take hundreds of photos, but I couldn't. That's why I think I'm going to be replaying this whole thing soon so I can get the full photo mode experience. But for now, I'm enjoying free roaming the open world and taking some photos of things that I remembered wanting to so bad. So let's take a quick look at the basics. The photo mode has a 90-degree tilt, thank goodness. Exposure, contrast, saturation, vignette, that's all there as usual. There's some interesting filters that are, sometimes hit and miss. Filters never really do it for me because I do my edits after the fact, but a standout for me is the filter that gives your shot a kind of painterly look, and then there's another one that gives it sort of like a hand-drawn storybook look, like the Deathly Hallows mission. Then we've got chromatic aberration that gives me Assassin's Creed Mirage PTSD, and film grain. There's character posing, which is nice, particularly the sitting shots, because something about sitting around and lounging on a school campus just feels so right. And be sure to actually have your wand out when doing the poses that are for wands, because your character will not automatically pull it out within the photo mode. There's also an option to hide your character and NPCs. I'm really glad to see more games doing this in a photo mode because it's really useful. Sometimes an image just works better when everything can be removed and the environment speaks for itself. Now to get on to the interesting bits. The depth of field is pretty darn good and can actually get some really smooth transitions. Here's a shot from the Gryffindor common room that's a good example. The bokeh transition isn't jarring and it seems to act naturally. The depth also seems to work well at distance. So often in photo modes, it seems like when you get the depth to get further away objects, it also just keeps the foreground in focus too. Hogwarts gives a nice blur to things no matter where you put the focus. I love that. Now it isn't flawless, and this is a quirk I've noticed in a few photo modes. It seems at times that however this game is calculating distant objects isn't quite right. Take a look at this shot here. See how everything behind my character is out of focus except for some of the random leaf outlines? No matter what you do, the focus on those particular leaves don't change. I can't tell if this is just something in how the game handles active objects or what, but it can lead to some less satisfying shots. This isn't too common, but something to keep in mind. Another side note while thinking about the depth of field, I think what makes this game so visually beautiful is how detailed every space is. From cluttered rooms to the intricate flooring of a hallway, this game never feels flat. There's so much intention in every space, and that's why getting close-up shots feels so good. There's so much to capture. Now, onto the subject of lights.
Lumos Maxima.
There are none, but there is a time of day slider which helps a lot. Now, I have to reiterate how much a time of day slider comes in handy in photo modes, especially in a game like this that has such dramatic lighting. Particularly inside the castle, the time of day is transformative. Look at some of these examples of how the lights totally change the vibe of any given room. Even something as subtle as shadow placement throughout the day alters the vibe and eyeline. Take this common room shot. Rugs creating a V formation that, for me, guides my eyes to the details on the wall and then back to the window. I love it. I'm currently also reviewing the Alan Wake 2 photo mode, and it does make a strong case for having nice directional lights, but still, the time of day slider is a great feature that I wouldn't want to trade. The time of day also helps greatly outside. The Scottish Highlands take on totally new looks depending on the time of day, and the shadows cast by trees and architecture are so stunning. This shot in particular that I took blew me away. I mean, I can't even believe I can take shots like this now in Hogwarts. Look at how soft and beautiful the grass, light, and shadows look. Oh, it's great. In a similar vein, you can also change seasons, except not really. There's some kind of bug right now that locks you to winter and whatever current season you're on. So for my completed game, I can only do summer and winter. You can select autumn, sure, but it doesn't change anything. This seems like an odd thing to mess up, and I also wish this feature was just something you could straight up change in the game, because seeing all the holiday decoration in the castle was really awesome. It's such a shame this isn't as polished as it could be. My personal favorite season is fall, so it sucks that I can't use that unless I have a save state. Now last but not least, and the thing I did not expect to be my favorite feature, is the range and how wide you can get the camera. When I first zoomed out in this game, I couldn't believe how fisheye the camera got. This is a great feature that works so well in a game with landscapes and interiors like these. I especially love this in interiors and how you can capture all of a room in one shot. Take this stairwell in Gryffindor. I can get the lights, the stained glass, the entire staircase. It really just works wonders. Here's another shot on the Quidditch pitch. Look how much more detail and how grand it feels when you zoom all the way out. This field of view changes everything in how I capture, and it makes it much easier to get the spaces in-game. If I had to describe Hogwarts in one word, it would be grand. Everything from scale to the architecture to the magic of it all, it's just grand. And Avalanche nailed every corner of this world. I can't quite express in words how excited I am that this is finally here. I have bitched about this game not having a photo mode in multiple videos, and I really just can't believe we're here now. If you capture anything, please tag me on Twitter so I can see it. Until then, I'll be hanging out in either a castle or the dark place. And hey, if you like what I do, please give me a subscribe.
I beg you.
I'm trying to make videos every week or two, so I appreciate it, and thanks for watching.